What's going on with your barber world? This is your girl Sheeta Barber coming to you with another video. This particular video I'm going to be doing locks and a haircut. During this video the lights went out. The power company was working on the lines across the street, so we had to do turn that flash on and keep pushing. I really want to thank you guys for keeping up with my channel, watching my videos, liking my videos. If you don't mind, please continue to like, share, and for the new people, subscribe also. And you guys just keep growing with me as I grow this channel. For those of you that are cutting hair, thank you for watching my videos also. I hope what I'm doing is helping. I hope the things that I say is also helping and educating you also. Please continue to push through. If you're in school, push through. If you just finished school, continue to learn and continue to grow. Thank you guys for watching, and always have a blessed and wonderful day. So what's going on, everybody? Today we are going to be doing some locks, a retwist in style on my husband, and we're going to do a haircut at the end of the video also. So he's already been shampooed, conditioned, and right now we're just starting off that bottom row, doing palm rows. And we're going to put them in 2-strand twists. Now you're going to see me pulling the locks out and styling them according to, well, I'm going to be pulling the locks out according to how his hair is going to be styled. He's going to have some barrel locks in the front and 2-strand twists in the back. So right now I'm just doing those 2-strand twists. And I'm folding the hair up at the ends and putting a rubber band on it, just so it looks more uniform at the end instead of uneven and straggly hairs. So I'm going to do a 2-strand twist all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to fold the tip of the hair up and put a rubber band around that. And as you all know, I don't use gel in my husband's hair at all. If gel is requested from a client, I will use gel, but right off the bat I'm going to use a oil and water mixture that I do on my own, and this has done me well since I've been using it. I can count on one hand how many times I've used gel on a client's hair. Now right here you see that when I pull the hair down to start a new row, I comb the hair up for the locks that's above the part, and I comb the hair down for the locks that's below the parting. That's because I want to separate the hair as much as possible into the section that it was originally put in, and then after that I will go in and get those hairs that may have crossed over that would not comb up or would not comb down. And that is less stress on the hair when separating it, and it's more comfortable for the client, so they don't feel those hairs being pulled from one lock to the other. And the nerve of the power to go out while I was doing these locks. But the show must go on, so of course I kept it moving, kept it pushing, and I completed my job. Turned the light on from the camera and just kept it moving. So the reason why the power went out is because the power company MLJ&W was across the street doing some work on the lines, and they were out this entire service. So you know, I'm gonna do what it do, make it do what it do. So again, I'm doing 2-strand twists in the back, and I'm doing some barrel locks in the front. And as I was saying, that I don't use gel unless it's requested. It has to be requested. If I do decide that I'm gonna use gel and I notify the client that I will be using gel, the only time I really do that is if the hair is breaking at the root and I want the locks to look you know, as good as possible at the root so it don't look so frizzy, then I will use gel. But I still use as less as possible because I don't want to pack gel or any type of edge control or anything like that into the scalp to where the scalp can't breathe. And he was pretty much just showing me the power outage map and how long they said the lights were going to be out. Of course, they were out longer than what they originally said. I believe an hour extra than what they originally said, but you know, it is what I said. So again, you see me combing the hair up and combing the hair down according to how it's been parted. And now I'm just getting those small hairs that's going from one lock to the other and putting it back with its original lock. I always stretch the hair as I pin it up, just so I don't comb any hair from above the parting down to the bottom parting. And of course, again, using my oil mixture going in. Now, he's had these locks since December of 2021, and his hair was probably about 2 inches long then. So this is now February of 2025, and this is how long his hair has gotten. He's never had gel in his head, and he's never had a lock detox. He's only had a scalp detox, but he hasn't needed a lock detox. I am thinking about giving him one, but y'all can actually see how his locks are bending. They're not stiff or anything like that, and that actually comes from not using gel in the hair. I'm not against gel. If I was, I wouldn't use it or have it on hand for a request to the client. I'm not against gel. I just rather not use it because it keeps the hair more healthy. It allows the hair to breathe only using my water and oil mixture. You can make your own mixture yourself. It's really not that hard. The only thing I would say is do not make a lot at one time, simply because whatever you make, you want to be able to use that day or within that week, because anytime you add water to a product, you have to have a preservative to preserve it. So you don't want your product to begin to mold over time. I make mine. If I make too much, what I don't use, I just put it in the refrigerator. And when the next client come in, I take it out at least 2 hours before that client show up, so it's not freezing cold on the scalp when I spray it at the roots. But yeah, if you're gonna make this, please don't make a lot. Make enough for that client and that client only. Sorry you guys, slightly interrupted, but back to it. So yeah, if you're gonna make that mixture and you're not adding a preservative to it, please only make enough for that client or whatever clients you're gonna have that day or that week. I would not use it past a week and a half, just to be safe and to keep the client's scalp healthy. But other than that, most of my clients, they are great. They are okay with the oil and water mixture. They don't ask for they don't really ask for the gel. I have one client that will request gel sometimes, not all the time. It was mainly when she was getting her locks started that she requested gel, but since then she hasn't requested, and it has been 6 months now. So back to it, as you see, I'm pulling the hair down according to how it's going to be styled. Once again, he's getting barrel locks in the front and 2-strand twists in the back. So sorry you guys, another one of my teammates up there had a question. But anyways, again, I don't even know where I was at, so I'm just gonna jump right into it from where I think I was. If you see that I'm not adding a lock to a 2-strand twist, that's because that row has an uneven amount of locks, so it's going to be added to a 2-strand twist Most of the time I would add it to a 2-strand twist below it, and that way it's not longer than a 2-strand twist if I was to pull a 2-strand twist from the top, because most of the time by it sitting lower it's going to actually be longer if you add it to a 2-strand twist that's above it. So I always add it to a 2-strand twist that's actually below it, and it always evens out for me. So again, to make it easier on your client's scalp, always comb above the parting, the hair above the parting, and then comb below the parting to separate the hair, instead of going straight in with the tail end of your comb and separating it. There's going to be less breakage on the client hair, and it's going to be less painful for the client's scalp. And trust me, your client's going to love you for it. They are going to love you for it. And again, if you're, just swiping through this video just to kind of get in the middle of it, the lights went out at the beginning, probably like 7 minutes into me actually doing his hair. So we gotta work what we gotta work with, we gotta do what we gotta do, because the hair has to get done. And right now I'm working on the barrel locks. That section of the head, and I'm going to do the retwist first, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to style it. I always work from left to right, going towards the front, because for one, it's easier for me, and two, I don't know about anybody else, but with me, if I work from right to the front going into the hair, meaning going towards those 2-strand twists, sometimes I would catch a little hair. So I work from left to right in this particular situation. If it was 2-strand twists all the way around the head, I would be working from the right to the left. So I always do a 2-strand twist on the start of my barrel locks, and then after that I go from left to right. If there are only 2 locks on that row, if it's 3 locks on that row, I always do the middle lock first. Always do the middle lock first. It just works out best when you start in the middle. If it's 2, then you can work from left to right. But if it's 3 on that row, I always do the middle lock first and then complete it. Once I'm done with the barrel locks, I 2-strand twist the end of it. Now these barrel locks, by them being so thick, he's able to actually bend them and shape them how he wants them. So now I'm going to do his mid-taper on the sides, and I'm not going to use a guard. First I set my ball line in, then I set in my clipper open and I blend down, and then I kind of clean up on the inside, in the middle, opening and closing my lever. Now I'm working my way up, and I'm actually standing that clipper up off his head at a 90-degree angle, because I'm not using the guard to give an illusion that I am using the guard, and I'm using a slicing method right now, cleaning up those dark areas that I don't want in the taper. And we're just going to take that same method to the back, cutting the hair down to a even length. And again, I always start with my clipper closed, setting in that ball line, and then I open the clipper to set in the next guideline, and I blend down, opening and closing my clipper as needed. As I move down, I close it down. As I move up, I open it up. And then I'm going to bend my wrist a lot more in order to move the clipper 90 degrees away from the scalp, in order to not put a guard on, and this kind of helps save time. So as I move the clipper at a 90 degree, it pulls the cutting blade away from the scalp more, giving the illusion that you are using a guard, which in fact you're not. And again, I do open and close the clipper when using this method also. And my next method would be turning the clipper to the side using the slicing method, opening and closing the clipper as much as needed in order to get out those dark spots. I truly appreciate you all for watching my video, letting me show you what I do. If you don't mind, always like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And most of all, have a great, blessed day. You guys keep your mind positive. Negative is gonna always come your way. So always counter it with something positive. Stay blessed.